Hello everybody, Steve here, and today I have this master lock. And before I begin, this master lock, and I have two more. They all came from Jay Gabriel. He sent them to me to play with and stuff, and so I didn't have these before in my collection, so it's kind of been fun to have these and to play with them. So thank you, Jay, for sending these to me. So you might be asking what these are and why they're so special. Well, this is a master lock number 5 UP. So there's the bottom, and it does say 5 UP. And you might be asking, what does UP stand for? Well, UP stands for universal pin. And so when you look at the lock, it looks all basically the same as a regular master lock number 5. I have another one here. Looks all the same, but the biggest difference is the bottom is different. You can see how that bottom is different, and then you can also see how the core is sticking out. And that's not a mistake. That's how they were made. And the reason they were made that way is so that you can basically take and pin these up yourself in order to have several of them that are keyed the same. So this was kind of a master lock's answer to have a universal pinning type lock that people can, or so that people could buy several of these, and they can have a customer come in and say, hey, I need 5 master locks that are keyed up to the same, and then he can go and grab a 4-pin key off of the shelf somewhere, and then he can use that key to make 5 of them for him. And so the way that they do that is not by taking the core out and putting pins in, but it's kind of an ingenious thing. They actually have, and I do have an example here. Jay also sent me these pins that came out of one of them so that you can see. And if it focuses and doesn't have a glare, you can see how they basically are extra long pins, but then what it looks like they have serrations in them. And so the reason they have that is because they would have these in the chambers, and then you would put the key in, and it would raise it up to one of these lines, and then when you punch it with a tool, then it would shear it off and then give you the different size key pins that correspond to the bitting of whatever key that you have in there. So I did get a graphic that I did a screenshot off of some documentation that will show this process. So you have the pin here with the little shear lines on there, and those would be in the chambers of the lock, and the core is actually pulled out by one chamber. And so then you will take and insert your key in there, and then you'll use the special punch tool to punch the whole core with the key into the lock, and then that will shear each one of the key pins off at the different heights. And then when you're done, you have a working lock with that key that's pinned up to 4 pins. Kind of a different way of doing it, I guess, but I mean, that was their answer. So Jay gave me 3 of these to play with, and I've already been playing with one of them. One of them kind of looked like the core wasn't sticking out as far, but I think it's just because it was an older model. But I used that to punch that in with the key. And this key is actually one that is for this master lock number 3. So you can see that not only that key will open that number 3 up, but it will also open up this 5 up now. So I got this number 3 and number 5 that are keyed up the same. So how did I punch that? Well, they do have a special tool that you can buy, a little punch that basically, just kind of looks like a punch with a slit cut into it that they sell. And when I was looking for them, I found them for about $50 or so. And me being me, it's like, well, that doesn't look really that complicated. And so I decided, why don't I make my own tool? So I went through my stuff. I really couldn't find anything in my stuff to make it. So of course, some of you know I work in a machine shop. So I asked my boss if he had any extra scrap material, and he did. And I was telling him what I was doing and what I needed to do. So not only did he hurry and grab that for me, but he also turned it so that the front of it is the exact size of the core here for the punch tool. And then he cut the slit in there for me, which was very nice of him. And so I can take that key and put it in there, put the punch in there, and then punch it down real quick. So what I'm going to do is, I already had one that I tested out, so let's go out to the shop and let's rekey up this one to another key. So I'll have another one already. So I went through all my master locks to find 4-pin locks that would work for that, and I have some number 3s, a number 1 over here, and number 5, and then even these M1s and M5s will still work too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this M1 key from this M1 and key it up the same as this master lock number 5. So I have the key here for this M1, and as you can tell, it does fit into the lock, but it doesn't work yet. So let's take that out to the shop with my new tool and a hammer, and let's punch it down. So let's head out to the shop. Okay, here we go. We're out in the shop, and we do have a little master lock with that key. And then, so the instructions say to put it in the vise, clamp it down, take your tool, and of course ignore my messy workbench. That's what happens when you get stuff out and you don't put stuff away forever. And now we get our hammer, and we'll just position that, and just one quick hit with the hammer. And we should have it working. Try that again. Okay. Now, just had to do another quick tap on it to get it to work right. So let's go back to the workbench in the house, and we'll try it out from there. So okay, we're back. There's my tool, there's my hammer, and so we have this master lock will work with, this key will work with this M1, and it will also work with this, now it will work with this number 5. And just so you can see, I put another one in here. That key doesn't work. And of course, they say sometimes, it takes a little bit to work with it, to get it to work good, in and out a few times. So I call that a success. We've been able to successfully key this master lock number 5 with this master lock M1 with this key. So what's next? So the other thing I wanted to do was to pick these locks to see what they feel like, because I mean these keys are different, and so I was like, well, maybe picking them will feel different too. So let's go ahead and try to pick this lock open. And so, you know, I just punched that and just made the key for it, so I haven't even tried to pick this yet, so we'll see how it works. I'll just do like my other master locks do, just tensioner down at the bottom with my Jimmy Long short hook with a flat tip. Just start on pin number 1. Don't feel anything. Pin number 2. Binding, kind of feel something. So the first thing I can say is it does feel different than a regular master lock. Oh, there we go. I got it open already. So we did get it to pick. So started to say the one thing that feels different is you can definitely tell that pins are different. It doesn't feel like a normal standard pin there. You can feel it kind of almost like a serrated pin, but not quite the same. But you can definitely pick them open, and you can feel it. I mean, once you get the click, it does feel like the master lock. But there we go. There it is again. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. So we have the master lock M1 keyed the same as our number 5, using a homemade punch and my brass hammer there. And so anyway, there we go, picked open, and it works great. Get a different view there. There we go. There we go. How's that? That'll make my cover photo. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. So I will go and put these videos together into one video, so you don't see that. Just see it cut out as I go out to the back shop. But anyway, definitely be subscribed and leave a like and leave comments down below. And thank you very much for sending these to me, Jay. Thank you everyone for watching, and definitely leave your comments and your likes and stuff, and tell me what you think. And anyway, have a wonderful day. Okay, I'm back really quick. I put everything away, and then I was starting to get things ready to edit the video, and I forgot that I forgot to mention one thing that I thought was pretty cool with these master lock number 5 UPs. And if you notice on these two locks, so this is the regular number 5, this is the 5 UP, and you notice how the Keyway has these restrictions on there, so you can't turn it counterclockwise on the regular master lock number 5. However, on this 5 UP, it does not have those. Got it upside down. Anyway, so it does not have those, so it can be turned counterclockwise. So I thought that was pretty cool, pretty fun how not only can I put the key in, turn it clockwise to open the lock, but I can also turn it counterclockwise to open the lock. And it can be picked both ways. And so this is the older one, and the newer one, this one, it does of course open clockwise, but when you turn it counterclockwise, it doesn't do anything. It still can turn that way, but it doesn't open the lock, so just that way. So that was kind of a nice little thing I found, little thing I found with those. But anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll tag this onto the other video. So thank you for watching. Make sure that if you like this video that you give a like, and that you're subscribed, and that you leave comments down below. And thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.